Officials in Lebanon have announced a 2-week lockdown due to a spike in cases of COVID-19. The rise in cases is being blamed on the deadly blast in Beirut earlier this month. The explosion killed dozens of people and injured thousands of others. It also devastated hundreds of thousands of homes and overwhelmed the city's hospitals. Earlier today, I spoke with a member of a religious order in Lebanon. Brother Elia Abboud from the Lebanese Maronite Order joins us now from Lebanon. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I know the country will go into lockdown tomorrow because of the rise in coronavirus cases. Will this impact the humanitarian efforts on the ground?
So basically, the lockdown in Lebanon is across the entire country, but because of the special situation in Beirut, the government's actually allowed for Beirut and specifically the devastated area to remain open for tradesmen and carpenters and any workers and aid workers to be able to access the area and the people that actually need the aid.
How are the Christian communities doing right now?
So currently the situation isn't that good because the port and the explosion and the devastated area is specifically a Christian community. And I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but from the end of last year and beginning of this year, there was a really bad economic situation. So basically hyperinflation, and everyone lost a livelihood, and everyone basically can't afford to live. So what's happening is with the Christian communities, different parishes, different dioceses, and the different orders are all banding together as a church in order to help these Christian communities, and more specifically now, to help those devastated by the explosion in Beirut.
Are there any signs that things are improving or maybe will improve in the country?
So it's a difficult situation right now. Can't really tell what's happening. But what we do know is the assistance coming in through NGOs and different governments is actually going towards the people, towards those who need it the most. For example, the Lebanese Maronite Order is working with a number of different businesses and businessmen and men of influence in Lebanon and abroad. We formed an alliance together based on faith, trust, and transparency between both parties. It's called Solidarity. So what we're basically doing with this organization is all our monasteries now are points of contact for all those in need, for all people in need, economically or financially or physically through medicine and different aid and assistance. And what we basically do is we set food hampers and different forms of assistance, monetary, financial, medical, for everyone in need, and we hand those out to different dioceses and parishes to help the entire community that's been affected.
I'm curious, how will the lockdown affect your services?
Across Lebanon, the services would be affected because of the lockdown, but in Beirut, there is a green light from the government for any aid and humanitarian efforts to continue as they are. That includes basically any carpenters we send, or the church or the order sends, any tradesmen. So that includes Caritas Lebanon, the Red Cross, and any other NGO that formed or government organization that's come from international sources. They all have green light to continue working as is in Beirut.
Besides praying for you all, what else can we do to help?
So basically the most important thing right now in Lebanon is assistance to come in and to be sent to the most effective places, so to be sent to Beirut. There are different forms or different paths for this assistance to come in. Like I said, I mentioned the organization called Solidarity, where that's one of the major organizations now, non-government organizations that we work with and the church as a whole works with. And there are other different NGOs available on ground and at ground zero that can assist.
Well, Brother Elia Abboud, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for what you do, and we are praying for you all.
Thank you. And we'll keep you in our prayers as well.